All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect that is scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth, who are in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. Okay? This will be fairly quick. I was reading here in Luke 12, and Spirit reminded me of this word focus. Now, when I first learned of this word focus was from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, years ago. Because as you know, us here at Great Millstone, we emphasize to look up your words, so you could get a better understanding and a better, get the meaning of the word to gain more understanding of what it is that we're reading. And that's in anything, especially the scriptures. But and I'm going to entitle this Remain Focused or Stay Focused. All right? Because as we all know, things are getting ready to take a turn for the left here in Babylon. And we're going to have to put our faith on full display for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai to be justified, all right? As it is written in the Apocrypha. Let me get that real quick. I believe it says, defer not even unto death. All right? And that's, Ecclesiasticus 18:22. It says, let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time. And when we made the decision and we believe that this word, this truth, the pure understanding that we have been given, all right, and we took that baton and we started to run with it, all right, as it is written, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. We took that baton and we started to run with it. This was our vow to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, all right? And let nothing hinder you to pay that vow. Nothing, all right? One of my favorite new quotes that I got from Apostle Gabar is whatever is in your path becomes a part of your path, all right? And you just got to deal with whatever the Lord puts in your path, all right? And it becomes a part of your path, because our main goal, our focus is deliverance, salvation, all right, from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says, let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not until death to be justified. Okay? And like I said, our faith is getting ready to be put on full display. We're going to have to declare our full faith, even if it means death to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, that we may be justified in earning our seat, all right, at Yahweh Shai's table, all right, to be able to drink that wine with Yahweh Shai. As he said, he ain't going to drink it until, he's back with his disciples in the kingdom, all right? So, let's go back to this word focus, right? And like I said, I learned this word from the apostles and elders, and it always stuck with me, because I never looked at this word as meaning this, all right? But it means Let's read. It says, focus from the 1640s, point of convergence, from Latin focus, hearth, fireplace, all right, which is figuratively home, family, right? It says, which is of an unknown origin, used in post-classical times for fire, all right? You got to remain on fire for this truth, okay? You have to keep that focus, all right? Things are about to go left, and we want to enter when things go left, which is Jacob's trouble, all right? The time of trouble, all right? We want to enter it on fire for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in the spirit, okay? It says itself taken by Kepler 1604 in mathematical sense for point of convergence, perhaps on analogy of the burning point of a lens, all right? The purely optical sense of the word may have existed before Kepler. It is not recorded. Introduced into English 1650s by Hobbes, since transferred to center of activity or energy. All right? So where should our energy be? Where should our focus be? It should be towards remaining in the good grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and doing what we have to remain in the good graces of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in hope that he will have mercy upon our soul, all right? Because it's about to get real out here, all right? You seeing all these different changes that's getting ready to happen. The GOV is shut down, okay? They're cracking down on everything, okay? And we have the cheat code, which is this knowledge, this truth. We believe, all right? We believe in the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. We haven't wavered, okay? And we want to remain that way, okay? Because it's getting ready to get real thick, especially for us, all right? Because Satan ain't going to stop fucking with us when all hell breaks loose. He's actually going to go that much more harder. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to increase our faith to deal with it, and you got to believe that. But the only way that's going to happen is if you remain focused, okay? Remain focused and keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? Look at it as, fourth quarter, all you got to do is play lockdown defense to stop the devil, to stop the opponent from scoring on you, all right? You ain't even got to worry about offense because Yahweh Shai already got it in the bag, all right? It's already won. You just got to play defense, all right? And that's in the spirit. You got to play spiritual defense and remain focused, all right? Because we already got it in the bag through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Just remain locked in on defense, okay? Now, let me get Luke, the 12th chapter from the 32nd verse on down. I had another one in mind, but it left me. If the Spirit comes back to me before I finish this one, I'll read that one as well. And if not, later I may put in the comment board if the Spirit... it just came back to me. Yep, we're going to read that one too. Psalms 91 and 14. Okay? But we're going to read this here first here in Luke, the 12th chapter, and the 32nd verse on down to 34. It says, fear not, little flock, and that's us, true believers, all right, out of all the Israelites that know that they're Israelites, all right, majority of them ain't going to make it, okay, because they not coming up the straight gate. They coming up other ways, And we can sit here and talk about that for a whole hour with all these Israelite groups out here. These lone wolves, individuals, these other Israelite groups. We could talk about it for days, all right? The Lord is only dealing with a little flock, okay? It says, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell that ye have and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not. And we've been doing so. All right. We've been providing the bags that ain't waxing old and storing up our treasures in heaven that faileth not. All right. Apostle Aram Lab calls it our spiritual bank accounts. All right. It says, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. All right. Can't nobody take away what we've been sowing up in the heavens. Only one that can take it away is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right. And that happens when men are become proud, think they bigger than the program, and various other ways, and ultimately they just not of the elect. Okay. Verse 34, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And this is where it prompted me to look up that word focus. All right. And that's that verse there sums up the word focus. All right. Matter of fact, let's go back to the word focus and read this last part. Center of activity or energy. Where are you directing your activity and your energy? What's your primary center of activity or energy? Let's go back and read. All right. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. All right. And this is where our treasure is. Our treasure is in the heavens. All right. Wanting to be delivered. Receive salvation from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, doing all we can to the best of our ability to do so. Okay? Now it says Psalms 91, and I'll close it out. So I got to get ready to hit this road, get back on it. Psalms 91. 14 through 15. It says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation. And this is what we want. And that goes for all the Akyam as well as the Aqua. Like I said, we getting ready to enter some real turbulent waters. But as long as we remain faithful and focused, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to be with us 100%. And you got to believe that. Okay? So I'm going to end it there. A little quick hit video. Remain focused. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Lord will, this was exhorting and edifying to the hopeful elect. Quick hit video. And we on to the next. Shalom.